Hello, I'm J.D. Wilson, the Illinois Tar Heel, in case you confuse me with other people named J.D. Wilson. Kind of a common name. I'm from North Carolina and live in Illinois currently. I'm going to sing a song for you here called How Am I Going to Tell You What I Don't Want You to Know? How am I gonna tell you what I don't want you to know? How am I gonna tell you what I don't want you to know? Any day, anyway, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna have to break it to you slow. 1 or 2 bottles of beer 3 or 4 times a year, I was good to go. 1 or 2 bottles of beer 3 or 4 times a year, and I was good to go. Until someone introduced me to a glass of fine Merlot. How am I gonna tell you what I don't want you to know? How am I gonna tell you what I don't want you to know? Any day, anyway, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna have to break it to you slow. When I met her, it was like I'd never met anyone before. When I met her, it was like I'd never met anyone before. And I love it when she asked me, hey man, when will you be back around here some more? How am I gonna tell you what I don't want you to know? How am I gonna tell you what I don't want you to know? Any day, anyway, I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna have to break it to you slow. My bags are backed upstairs, my easy chair is in the snow. My bags are packed upstairs and my easy chair is out there in the snow. See, I figure she'll need a soft place to land when she climbs out my window. There she goes. How am I gonna tell you what I don't want you to know? How am I gonna tell you what I don't want you to know? Any day, anyway, I'm gonna tell you. Gonna have to break it to you slow. Any day, anyway, I'm gonna tell you. Gonna have to break it to you slow. All right, our next featured number is called It's Supposed to Rain Tomorrow, Part 1. It's the first song I worked on in 2019, and I enjoyed writing it. There is a part two, but that's not been completed at this point in time. Something I'll jot down ideas for from time to time. Some songs take longer to write than others. I have the muscle memory, but I can't recall the words. Backed by a skeleton crew and the random wild calls of birds. Why do we go unfriended as this siren song music wails? We have the same dirt beneath our fingers, not only our fingernails. I flail at my endeavors, I haven't got it done today. There's rain beneath our fingers too, my friends like to hear me say. Back when I knocked around these back streets, it was always more like a parade. I kept time on the bass drum as that siren song music played, and there I learned two things that feed me. They still help me as I live. I've never taken more than I've needed. I'm always working on what I give. This whole time I've been decreasing, landing on what I've become. The second line is unceasing, with me beating against that drum. The lie that is reality is the concept I can't shake. It hands me the kind of dreams that startle me awake. I dreamt we hammered nails to an empty cross, starved on empty lands. I dreamt we brought up children at a loss for coping with old demands. Foregone collusion ruled our thoughts, our hunger drove the trains, and the microscopic plans we made lay amid our sad cremains. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, I've heard all my heroes say. Were they speaking of the weather as they marched off into the fray? Ink rolls down the barrel, words appear by gravity, and my conscience is unburdened, revealing my depravity. Stuck with this detachment, while not eager to remain, I'd march with you tomorrow, but I hear there's a chance of rain. I have the muscle memory, but I can't recall the words. Backed by this delightful orchestra and a reunion of the birds. I have a lot of songwriting friends, and I read interviews by other songwriters, people who you may or may not have heard of, who make records, and they talk about songwriting, the craft of songwriting or the art of songwriting. And it seems like a lot of them start with guitar figures and then write a lyric that seems to be inspired by this guitar figure that they like, the guitar lick, you know. And I've pretty much always written the lyric and got the story down, and then I let the lyric kind of sing to me, and I might use some fancy guitar trick as they occur to me, which isn't terribly often, but I got this one that I liked, but I already had the lyric, so I managed to marry the two, the guitar lick that I liked to the lyric. And this song came out as Halfway Road. It's a real road in Illinois, and a friend of mine and I met on that road to work on some songs together. And they remarked on the fact that we were meeting at Halfway Road, and we'd both driven about the same amount of distance to get together to work on the music. So gotta give credit where credit's due. It wasn't totally my idea. Here we go. Halfway road takes us all the way. I half thought about that the other day. There you will be if you'll go halfway too. And what are we halfway to do? If I don't go and you drive up here to me, well, here I am in Illinois, you live in Tennessee. And if you don't go and I drive down there to you, tell me, is that one divided by two? Halfway for both means a good deal more. Retraces all the times we have gone before. No, I won't half go to pieces if you don't show. Halfway down halfway road, I guess I'm good to go. Halfway road takes us all the way there in half a day. Halfway road takes me all the way to you. And halfway road brings you all the way to me too. Well, I went halfway, and who did I see? Driving up halfway road so free. Have you ever had a halfway smile for me? You know, you halfway is all you need to be. And I rise me, we don't half see it then. We're together all the way down halfway road again. Halfway road takes us all the way there in half a day. Halfway road takes me all the way to you. Halfway road brings you all the way to me too. Halfway road takes me all the way to you. Halfway road brings you all the way to me too. Well, this is called At the Heartbreak. And At the Heartbreak was an idea that I had for decades, I'm sure of it, maybe back to the 1980s. But I could never really figure out how to get it going. And one day at work, I'm driving along through beautiful central Illinois, and the line just dropped into my head. And I said, that's the opening line. I finally figured it out. And I was able pretty much, once I got back home and got my notebook out, it was very quickly written, and then I worked on a tune that seemed to fit what the lyrics were saying. But I had to hold on to that idea for the longest time, and all I wanted to do was to take Elvis's original hit, Heartbreak Hotel, and describe a room at the Heartbreak Hotel. And so this song is called At the Heartbreak, and just describes your room there, our room there. And it goes like this. The carpet on the floor doesn't quite fit anymore. It's the color of sour grapes. The bed looks new, not recently used. The spread no longer matches the drapes. And the phone never rings, oh, but it works just fine when you call out for your order of the blues. Room service answers you right off the bat. They're always ready to send up the real bad news at the Heartbreak. They have your portrait hanging there right on the wall. At the Heartbreak, the no vacancy sign says it all. When we're at the Heartbreak, all checked in at the Heartbreak. At the Heartbreak, all checked in at the Heartbreak. And you take the same room every time you arrive. You know the desk and the lamp and the chair, the faded flowers in the trash, the empty bottle in the sink, that closet full of dreams. It's one big dark nightmare at the Heartbreak. 3 Elvis impersonators smoke one at the end of the hall. At the Heartbreak, that red and blue no vacancy sign burning over us all. When we're at the Heartbreak, all checked in at the Heartbreak. When I get to town, you know that I can be found at the Heartbreak. If you see me around, you'll know I'm staying in town at the Heartbreak. Yeah, if you see me around, you'll know I'm living it down at the Heartbreak. Sometimes when I hit the hay at night, I sleep pretty good, but after a while I got to get up. And I lived in the house at the time that, I'm not one of these folks that had a master bathroom, had a master bedroom, but the bathroom was about a half a block down through the house. And of course, to go down there and get back, I'd walked about a block, so I was pretty good and awake by the time I got back to bed. So sometimes, not being able to fall back to sleep, I'd just cure that by breaking out the mandolin Just see what happens for a little while. Maybe I'd get sleepy and eventually fall back to sleep. One night, this happened. Anything I say comes out a mouthful of feathers when I'm talking to you. Anything I say comes out a mouthful of feathers anytime I'm talking to you. Anything I say comes out a mouthful of feathers when I'm talking to you. Anything I say comes out a mouthful of feathers anytime I'm talking to you. Any time of day you got a house full of fellers when I'm talking to you. Any time of day you got a house full of fellers anytime I'm talking to you. Any time of day you got a house full of fellers when I'm talking to you. Any time of day you got a house full of fellers anytime I'm talking to you. Anything I say comes out a mouthful of feathers when I'm talking to you. Any time of day you got a house full of fellers anytime I'm talking to you. Anything I say comes out a mouthful of feathers when I'm talking to you. Any time of day you got a house full of fellers anytime I'm talking to you. Anytime I'm talking to you.